Hi and welcome back to the channel. So that was the trailer for Forbidden Planet from EastWest Sounds, and if there ever was a plugin that was designed for me, then this is probably it. It is a hybrid synth odyssey. You know how many Forbidden Planet presets I have created over the last 4 years. Just about every synth I've ever reviewed and done presets for, pretty much everything that I've done has a Blade Runner and a Forbidden Planet preset. So I had to review this. I mean, it was kind of pretty much obvious. And I'm going to have a look at EastWest Sounds in another video and all their products because they do have a lot. But if you are looking for an alternative to Native Instruments and Kontakt, then this could be the place that you want to have a look. They do a whole range of products. Like I said, I'm going to have a look at these, but you've got brass, drums, guitars, orchestral, keys, pianos, strings, synths, choirs, woodwinds, world and traditional. So like I said, massive library, and these guys are based in Hollywood, which is obviously pretty damn cool as well. Today I'm going to concentrate on Forbidden Planet. The good thing about EastWest Sounds is that they have their own engine and it's called OPUS. So it is a kind of cross between Kontakt and Sample Tank. I think that's maybe the best way to describe it, because obviously I've been looking at Sample Tank as an alternative to Kontakt and getting away from Native Instruments ecosystem. Like I said, this is their main engine and you use all of their products within OPUS, and it has browse, play, perform, mix. So you can layer instruments and you can also do keyboard splits. And as you can see, Forbidden Planet is got an amazing UI, and this is all animated. So the planet and the moon is all animated. It's just brilliant. So it uses the whole A and B source, like Play Series and like Trilogy and all these ones. So kind of similar idea. The main difference is that you can't swap out the samples. So you can't, like, say for instance Play Series, you can go in and change the waveform samples, whatever, but you can't do that. So that is kind of the main difference. So it makes it a bit more difficult to create your own presets because you can't create anything from scratch because you have to use, you know, an existing instrument, as they call it. And Forbidden Planet has 820. So yeah, so quite a bit. And I'll just go back up and I'll just show you that it is on offer at the moment before I forget. If we go to buy now, it is on offer at half price. So it's $149, which is basically 149 euros, which is about 120 quid. And it includes the perpetual license to Forbidden Planet, 820 instruments, and includes EastWest Opus player, 46 mixer effects and MIDI tools. And you can also get this in the ComposerCloud as well, and I'm going to have a look at that in another video as well, because they have a subscription service which is currently on offer at half price, but I don't think that's going to last long. So what is it all about? The idea for Forbidden Planet started when the producers heard lots of presets by David Tom Creations. No, they didn't. When producers Doug Rogers and Nick Phoenix set out to create EastWest's first fully featured synth collection, not based on traditional oscillators, but combining electronic synth layers with orchestral world instruments, choral samples, sound effects, and more into one enormous collection. And it is a pretty big collection, creating a new sound palette designed for the future, not the past. So producers Rogers and Phoenix were dissatisfied with most synths, which typically had a small percentage of usable patches and a lot of filler. Now with the new Opus engine, they had all the tools they needed to create the ultimate collection of cinematic inspiration. Everything was meticulously captured with state-of-the-art analog signal chain, resulting in the fattest analog synths on the planet. Right, check out these multi-track demos. Now this is possibly the coolest thing I've ever seen on a music website. When I first saw this, I didn't actually realise that this was a player. I thought this was just like part of the UI, but it's not. So we can actually play some demos from this and mix it. I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. So Knights of Solaris was, I think, the track on the trailer. So we'll play a Celestial Encounter and just see what this is all about. Wait till you see this. So it does take a wee while to load. Right, we'll play this. It's 3 minutes long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just want to show you how this works. It's so cool. So you can mix this. And that's the master volume. And you've got pans. You can solo. Oh, just find something that's actually. Hang on. Oh, stop. Right, you can solo. and then you can mix the voice. It's just brilliant. I've never seen anything like it. So we can mute this. Mute that. How cool is that? And like I said, there's a whole bunch of them. So there's another. Oh, I've got to play Dark Matter. Honestly, they keep stealing all my preset names. You know, I've got about 20 Dark Matter presets as well. Right, here we go. This is so cool. That was a lot quicker than the other one. All right. Oh, bit of Blade Runner. Oh, definitely. I could play this thing all day. Right, we'll just solo this. So that's the art. So you could just do your own mix. Fantastic. I've never seen anything like this on a website before. It is just genius. Right, and it gives you all the names. So you've got ARPs, you've got bass synth, drones, effects, leads, pads, and ollie synths. Polysynths, possibly? That should be. Right, so crossfade between sound sources and filter settings with the central XY pad, allowing you to capture morphing hybrid sounds in moments. By moving the more orbital control, you can dynamically capture broad but smooth shifts in both timbre and frequency. Moving left and right changes the blend amount between two contrasting sources. Choose from analog, acoustic, synthetic, and large-scale cinematic sounds. The vertical position controls filter frequency and is perfect for creating sweeping gestures. What else have we got? Powerful arpeggiators. Yeah, so you get two arpeggiators and you can run them separately. The ARPs allow you to create staccato and legato patterns, even with pimento or glide as you like. What's included? You are getting 645 instruments, 54 gigabyte of analog samples across categories such as ARP, bass, drones, effects, leads, pads, polysynths, so perfect for EDM, soundtracks, rap, industrial, world music, and more. So there we go. You've got bass, you've got drones, you've got great graphics, you've got effects, you've got leads, pads, polysynth, and just some of the synths used to make Forbidden Planet. Jesus. Anyway, what will you create? I don't know, but it's going to be pretty cool finding out. That is it for the intro, and it is some website, I have to say. We'll get OPUS open, and we'll just actually hear what Forbidden Planet sounds like. Right, so here we are in OPUS. Like I said, it's pretty cool. You have different kind of categories. You've got browse, play, perform, and mix. As you can probably see, I have the whole library because I have got a year's subscription to EastWest Sounds. So today I'm just concentrating on Forbidden Planet. So the subscription is on sale at $149 as well. And like I said, that is the same price as Forbidden Planet. So you can get the whole library for a year for, let's say, £120, 149 euros, $149. Uses a kind of filter system, so we could just go to pads, for instance, as I normally do, or you've got ARPs, bass, drones, effects, leads, So we'll stick with pads. You've got two styles. You've got electronic and orchestral. So there's 52 orchestral and 132 electronic. So we'll just leave it off none. And then you've got timbres. So you can go to dark, gritty, aggressive, whatever you want. And then there's other articulations and size as well. There's 132 pads out of 820. So I think that's quite a lot of pads, you know, to be getting along with. How do we load it up? Well, you've got two choices. You can just drag it over to here, or you can just double click. So we'll play the first preset because it's pretty cool. And you get little previews. So you'll get a sound preview. It's quite quiet, so we can adjust that there. Let's put this up a bit. That's better. And then you get a little snapshot about what it is. So quite like sample type, they give you a little kind of bit about what they give you a little bit about what the actual preset is doing. And Forbidden Planet is journey to the outer reaches of the sonic universe with this vast collection of cinematic and heavy-hitting synths. Well, where else would I want to go apart from the sonic universe? 2077 loaded up. So double-click it, and it comes in here. Got little controls here, and you can either go to the small version or the full version. So you can either go to Omni, or you can select your MIDI channel 1 to 16. So if you go to Omni, you can add in other instruments and layer them up, and we'll have a look at that. Got a pan and a mute and solo there, and then a main volume for it there, and it gives you a RAM, and you can obviously purge as well. So we'll go from browse to play, and this is where we get this amazing UI. And the planet is revolving. It's just... So I'm using my Keylab 49 Essential, and I've created a Forbidden Planet MIDI map. So everything is mapped to the faders. The only thing that's pre-mapped is the crossfade, and that is the mod wheel. So that is, and it gives you the CC numbers down here. So you've got 1, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I can control the whole parameters with the faders. So we've got the filter. So the filter goes up and down, and then the crossfade goes across, but you can just drag the moon and use that as an XY pad. I mean, it's just fucking brilliant. The way that works is that source A is basically all the way to the left, and source B is all the way to the right. So if we go 50%, we'll get a mix of A and B, and then we can adjust the filter. And then the master volume's down here, and we've got little meters as well for the So for instance, you could actually reconfigure this so that I had two faders together, but I've left it at the mod wheel. So I'll just run down. So you've got the filter, you've got attack and release, the global effects volume, the step LFO depth, if the step LFO is on, the ARP gate, and the glide time. So those are your kind of main controls that you can use. And then we've got source B, and then you've got your XY pad, your filter, and your MIDI. So that's the same as the filter there, the main cutoff, and then you've got the res. Now I would have preferred the res over here, but instead of one of these ones. And then you've got the step LFO there. So for instance, you could switch the step LFO on, and it's at $132. We'll take this down to 8. Where are we? Right, we'll put the... So that's the step LFO on. So you can adjust it there, or whichever one it was. This one, that one. So that's play, and you've also got perform, so you can stack up different instruments and adjust it. So it's very sample tank like. You can do that and adjust the keyboard splits, and then you've got mix as well. So I'm going to have a look at this when I review the whole Opus engine. So we've got to browse. We'll bring in another preset. We'll just double click it and it'll replace that one, or we could have brought in it as a second instrument. Take that off. So the filter's all the way up. So we could X, Y, till we just get what we're looking for. Just how cool is this? I'm going to play a few of these. Angels Upon Us 1. So you can see that I have favorited some, and you can see that there's a cloud symbol here. You can either download the whole thing, or you can just download the presets that you want. And when you've got so many presets and so many of instruments, you don't really want to be, because I think Forbidden Planet's about 50-60 gigabyte for the whole thing. So I hate to think what the whole library is, because it's like thousands and thousands of presets. So once you've kind of previewed one, say for instance Afterglow, so we just click on the cloud and it'll download up here. You can see the little circle at the top will show you, so that's going to be quite quickish. So for instance, we could drag Afterglow in and create a multi. So if we go to Omni, we'll get those playing together. Which is very nice. So you can just switch them off. So that's Angels Upon Us. So we've got more of the choir coming in there. And then switch Afterglow back on. And then we can take the volume down a bit. So basically that's kind of how it works. Very, very simple to use. And like I said, you can just close this. So if you wanted to get rid of that, we could just close that. And so you can close all, or you can just close one at a time. We'll go back and we'll bring in some more. Right, we'll have a bit of Blue Horizon. So we'll click that and we'll have in, we'll have the two Blue Horizons. So I haven't downloaded the second Blue Horizon. Right, so we'll download that, we'll favourite it, and then we'll drag it in. So we've got both Blue Horizons. And I need to change this to Omni. Hang on, we'll change it to Omni. Right. So we could obviously pan these off a bit. Right, let's see what the crossfade is going to do. Filter. Volume up a bit again. So that is kind of it for a quick look at Forbidden Planet and the whole Opus engine. Like I said, I'm going to do a full video on that and have a look at doing some more Forbidden Planet presets, but this has gone on very, very long indeed. So anyway, if you are enjoying these videos, as usual, please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you in the next one.